Part 14, falling for the narcissist. Okay, so I decided that we're gonna move. I called my ex-boyfriend because that's the first thing that you do when you fuck up another relationship. You call the good one, right? So I called my ex. We were really good friends. I explained the whole situation to him, and he's like, basically, I told him I want to, like, how I told you Randy used to play football on a Thursday night. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to pack up all me and my daughter's stuff. I'm going to call some moving men to come and move the washing machine, the fridge, the cooker to the new home and stuff like that. But Randy already knew where the new home was. But obviously he didn't have access to it, like the keys or whatever. So, I could have just, gotten a restraining order or whatever. So he couldn't come. But, I explained this whole story to my ex, like, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to go in the middle of the night when he's at football. By the time he gets back, because he used to get back about midnight, I'd be gone. Like, the house would be empty, like, just gone. Even if he comes to the new home, like, oh well, restraining order. But no. My ex was like, and at the time, like, this is like the first person that I'm talking to. Remember, I've not spoken to anyone else but Randy and his band of abusive pastors and alleged prophets, okay? For like 3 years now. Like, this is the first like outside person that I'm trusting or talking to. And, he's telling me, no, like, don't do that. Don't skip off into the sunset. Don't escape at night. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me listen to him, So he told me not to, and I was like, cool. I'm not going to do that. So what I did was I told Randy, look, you can move into the new home with us, but you better be looking at where to live. Like, I want to see you looking for some homes and getting on by yourself because you can't come here. Okay. You ain't getting no keys. You are out. So, I think I joined like some Facebook groups at that point, like, just to get some like support from other people. And I'm like explaining my whole situation to people, like, some wives club, wives groups and stuff, and they were all like outraged, like, girl, like, why are you even accepting that? Like, why are you even like entertaining that? Like, if that was me, that man, like, why do you even care where he lives? Like, you are not his mama. Why do you need to care where he lives? Like, he's a grown man. He will figure it out. He will land on his feet. If you keep giving him a place to stay, he's not gonna have the volition to go and look for his own place. And you know what I'm saying? You don't need to help him. So I'm like, yeah, that's true. So I let him come and stay in my new house with me and my daughter, but like, I'm sleeping in my room, he's sleeping in the living room. I keep asking him like every day, like, have you found somewhere to live? Have you found somewhere to live? Have you found somewhere to live? And he's like always trying to brush it off, like, oh, why are you being like that? Why are you talking about that sort of thing, right? And I'm like, something needs to be done. So I take a job at this point. I got a little part-time job, at a call center, and I meet this girl, like, we hear off, you find your work bestie, you guys be gossiping, you're not even supposed to be sitting next to each other because it's all gossip, straight gossip, so I find my work bestie, and we're talking and stuff like that, and I'm like telling her all about my life, she's telling me all about her life, and like, it's just funny. And I'm telling her all about Randy and stuff, and she's like, girl, like, let me be real with you. I don't think that you actually want to get rid of this guy. And I'm like, what? Are you fucking serious? I can't stand this man. I hope a lorry hits him. Like, what I hate him. And she's like, yeah, but if you really like didn't want to be with him, you would just file for divorce. And I was like, oh, divorce. Oh, yeah. Divorce. Maybe if I file for divorce, Randy will know that I'm being serious this time. Randy will know that I ain't playing no games, Randy will know that, I'm being serious. He can't have another chance with me because we're divorced. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to get ready because I'm going to leave the house soon, yeah? So maybe I need to listen to this girl, yeah? Giving a batch of wisdom to me, yeah? And, maybe I need to file for divorce. So I filed for divorce, like, the first time. Randy was in the living room, right? And my printer is in my room, right? It's right there, by the way. And I was like printing something off, right? Randy literally gets up out of where he's sitting, right? And he literally goes to the printer. And I'm like, why? Why the fuck are you like looking at what the hell I'm printing? But that's how controlling these kind of people can be, okay? So he gets up because he hears me printing something, sending something to the printer. And he's like, gone to collect the thing that's printing. So he's like, what the hell is this? Oh my God, you're trying to divorce me. Why are you trying to divorce me? Blah, 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 blah. All of this shit. Starts freaking out. And you know what he does? He actually seizes my passport. He seizes my daughter's passport. He seizes our birth certificates as well. You know, so we don't have access to our documents, basically. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy, you know, why did I have to print the stuff right in front of him? Like, I feel really dumb at this point. And yeah, so he's taken it away. And then a few days later, I think he lied to me that he's gone and taken it to, you know, the prophet, the alleged prophet of God's office. So I call this alleged prophet of God, and I'm like, listen, alleged prophet of God, this Randy has told me that you have my documents and my daughter's documents. Like, is it true? Because I'm trying to come to that church and pick it up right now. And he's like, no, like Randy has not even contacted me. I don't know anything about it. So I was just like, once again, Randy's a liar. And, I end up telling him that, because my daughter was starting nursery at the time as well. So I ended up telling him that obviously I need her passport to get her a place in the nursery. So that's how I ended up getting the documents back, okay? Now, at this time, I'm having, like, dreams as well. And I had this dream, right? And I can't remember the dream, like, verbatim, but the overall message of the dream was that I should ask Randy about his university or something like that. It was something like that, right? Ask him about his degree. I think that was like the message, like ask him about his degree. So the next day I asked Randy, look, I had a dream last night, and he basically told me to ask you about the degree. What happened with the degree? And he was like, basically, yeah, he doesn't have a degree in architecture at all. Which explained why he was looking for £7 an hour jobs. Yeah, he doesn't have a degree in architecture, and he didn't graduate either. So his parents sent him all the way here to be an international student, right? Paid all the international school fees, and he didn't finish the course. Okay, he got a certificate of attendance. That's what he got. Okay, so this man does not even have a master's degree at all. Okay, this man has nothing. So that explains why he didn't have any job prospects, so he could not have been doing any technical drawings or, any kind of architecture job, because, number one, you didn't study architecture in the first place. It was like a business course. It was like a 2-year business course. And number two, you didn't finish. Okay. You didn't graduate. You got a certificate of attendance. Okay. So this man was lying about that as well. Okay. In addition to that, when my daughter was heel pricked, as a baby, he ends up, this is how I stopped talking to his mom, okay? Because I used to talk to his mom quite a lot. I used to think like, she's the mother I never had or whatever. Like, I've never been like close to my mom. So like how like other people have like close relationships with their mom, like I don't really like relate with it. Like, so I never really had that. And, he was quite close to his mom. So I kind of liked that, and I was quite close to her. But when my daughter was heel pricked as a child, I ended up getting a letter in the post back that was saying that my daughter is a sickle cell trait carrier. And I was like, huh? Sickle cell trait carrier? How the hell has she gotten a sickle cell trait carrier? Because I'm AA. I know that I'm AA. I don't have the sickle cell trait. So I asked Randy, like, are you a sickle cell trait carrier? Like, and he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this child has a, a carryover. Like, you need to be honest about these things. Like, do you have the sickle cell trait carrier? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember, that kind of thing. That I could tell by his demeanor that he knows something. Because, these are the kind of things that you're told as a black child if you have a fucking trait carrier or not. Do you know what I'm saying? You are told this stuff. Okay, so he knows. So I have to call his mom and ask her, do you know if Randy has the sickle cell trait carrier? She's like, why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me that? And I'm like, I just gave birth for your child and you're trying to tell me why I'm asking? Yeah? So I was like, listen, yeah, this is the attitude you guys are going to have, like, I don't want to have nothing to do with it, none of you. So from that day, I told him, do not even ever give that phone to your mom. I don't want to talk to her either, because now I see where he gets it, okay? That lack of accountability, that dishonesty, he definitely gets it from her. She is an enabler, and she has created the monster.